Hey guys.
Now you know what I was
Give me a second.
That's great.
Hey guys, we're on day 4 and we're just getting started. And what's happening is I'm back at my soldering station right here. And I'm making DMX cables. Devin's right there making PowerCon jumpers. And Cody, wave! He's up on the lift taking down an old light bar while he's waiting on these cables. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be doing this for a while. The idea is we're going to try and get all the audience lights hung on up there, on that beam, and finish that beam. So that's what we're working on. So the good news is I got all the soldering done that I needed to do. So all my cables are right there. And I still have a couple PowerCons to wire over there because Devin is conquering a fear of heights right now.
I'm not conquering anything. It's going to be with me till the day I die.
Okay.
I'm just understanding it. He can't stop beeping the horn. He's got a rover in the fantasy.
So I'm going to throw out a challenge to you guys. See if you can get 2 of those lights hung in the next half hour.
That'll be a fun challenge.
Hey guys, so I got the wiring all done. The guys are still hanging the lights and wiring them up. So I decided to come and start working on the floor pocket. Or pockets, that's one of 4. And I noticed, sorry I have something in my mouth, that we got our panels in today. Okay, so how this works, let me shut this down here. So these little, turn it, oops, so backwards, there we go. So these just sit in there like that. But what I noticed is there's no screws or bolts to hold these in. So I had to call up my supplier and they're going to send some out. So I can't actually mount most of these today, but I'm going to get these panels mounted, you know, into the pockets like that. So that's what I'm going to be working on right now. And they're also building some scaffolding so we can get up to those rear hair lights, which is good. So we can drop those today, put up the new ones, and then I can get the mounts for the projection screens screwed in. We can't mount the projection screens yet because we're waiting on the electricians to run a power outlet behind, because we're going to put LED tape around the frame and backlight the screens. It's going to look awesome. But I can't do that until that outlet gets there on both sides. So a little annoying, but we're dealing with it. Trying to do what we can with what we have available to us.
Alright guys, so short update here. I just finished tying off cables to the back wall lights, and to give you a look at them, this is what they look like. Awesome guys. It was very hot up there. Very hot. Look at Devin go. All the way up at the top of the scaffolding. It's pretty high up. Pretty high up. Hey Devin, what are you doing?
What's it look like?
Say hi to the camera.
No.
Aww. Apparently he's busy, guys.
Hey guys, so day 4?
Yes.
Day 4, okay. Starting to blend together, that's what happens. So just a recap of what happened today. Devin and I did a lot of cable making. I did a lot of DMX, he did the PowerCon jumpers, and Cody and Devin actually mounted those 4 lights up there, and that was difficult. You know, working in very tight quarters. Those are the rear audience lights. They also mounted 2 more audience lights on the beam forward from that, and it was on that beam that they were trying to mount a 3rd light, and we had this happen. So this is one of the bolts that we're using, it's a lag screw, I should say, that we're using to attach directly to the beam for the light. And Cody, in all his muscular strength, sheared this thing right off. And I mean, this thing's half as thick as my pinky, so that's not nothing. So very impressive to Cody. What else happened is the electricians are starting to lay out the 3-inch conduit. They're drilling our holes so we can actually start pulling cable, which is awesome. We also got a scaffolding built so we could get the backlights down, and we're almost there. So that should actually be finished being used tomorrow, and we will, because this scaffolding needs to go away as soon as possible, we're actually going to focus the lights as soon as, while we hang them. So that's going to be happening tomorrow. And we had some modification to some colored lighting that you can see on the stage there. We're actually going to, where the lights are, there's actually some cove there. So we're going to, Cody's going to go show you. So we're actually going to mount the LED tape in that cove on the left, going up to the top. And then we're going to come down the other side, and it's going to look really, really, really nice. So the final thing we did was we put together one of our 193-inch widescreen projection screens. That was Devin and I. And as you can tell, I'm 6'3", and yeah, it's huge. So we have 2 of these. We have the other one sitting up there. And the goal for tomorrow is that we're going to get both of these hung and out of the way. So that'll be a couple more big things off of our checklist. So with that, thanks for continuing to stay with us to see this behind the scenes look at what for us is a very massive upgrade project. And tomorrow's day 5, and we will talk to you in the morning. Hey guys. So it's a little, I think, after 12:30. Don't pay attention to that clock. It's wrong. So it's 12:30 on day 4, and I'm gonna be headed to bed here pretty soon. But I just want to give massive props out to the guys on my crew, Cody and Devin. They're just doing, they're just rock stars. They've been putting in pretty good days of work. And one of the things about installs is that even though it sometimes looks like not a lot of work has happened between one day and another, there's a lot of stuff that we just can't show you because it's not logistically feasible or practical for us to do so. Building cables, for example, it's a time-consuming process. It just is. Depending on the cable that you're building, there's soldering, there's measuring, cable stripping, putting connectors on the right way. Sometimes you mess up and you got to redo it. So, we built 18 cables today, and that may not sound like a lot, but when it's not something that you do all day long, every day, it's time-consuming. And, you guys who are keeping track of our progress may be like, well, you only got 4 lights up today. You may be saying you only got 6 lights, and wow, you built a projection screen, whoop-de-doo. Like I said, this is install. This is what it looks like. And I think an important note here is that you want to make sure that you're budgeting time realistically when you're looking at how long an install is going to take. I planned for a 14-day install, 2 weeks, give or take, a day or two. we're looking at very realistically extending that by 2 days because, you know, they threw a 16 camera security surveillance system at us. They also threw, we want smart TVs in 12 spaces. You know, we had accounted for 5, and we want multiple signals to be able to be seen on any TV at any time. That wasn't something that, you know, I had accounted for, that even had surfaced in discussions in the last 4 years of this project. So, you know, install, it's a fluid environment. We reached a consensus this evening about what it's going to cost, what it's going to take to realistically make that happen. And we got a budget done, and, you know, we're going to make it happen. So I just want to thank you guys for your interest in this series of videos, because, you know, I think there's a lot of misconceptions, there's a lot of misinformation, there's a lot of just confusion about what to expect with an installation, especially one of this size. So we're going to keep the videos and the content coming at you. If you aren't already, make sure to follow my bud Devin on Instagram, and I'll go ahead and put a link to his account down in the description so you guys can get daily updates. A lot of the stuff that I'm doing is more administrative, and so it doesn't feel like I'm doing that much, but what I'm doing is, you know, big picture stuff, whereas Cody and Devin are doing stuff down in the weeds. So, but yeah, thanks for following, and like I said, we'll keep the content coming at you so that you can get as comprehensive a look as possible, as, you know, behind the scenes.